Welcome to Your Time to Thrive with personal fitness coach Jason Stevenson.
Hi there, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You are listening to or watching Your Time to Thrive. My name is Jason, and I'll be your host today. I'm actually going to be joined by the amazing and often underrated Ben Barber. He is always in the background, always working, always making sure that this podcast goes off. And oftentimes when we have a guest, we forget to say thank you and hello.
I'm underrated.
Yes, very underrated, man. Underrated in the sense that what you do for many, many people is freaking amazing and fantastic.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how true that is, but I appreciate it.
Well, let's see. How many people would be able to do what they do for a living without you?
To be able to do what they do for a living, a lot of people. To be able to do the specific thing that I do for them, virtually no one. But they can still, you were a personal trainer long before you had a show. Anyway, my point is, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will stop shutting that down. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about sleep in general and as a connection to fitness. Yeah. See, and I lost my first listener. Sorry, folks. This has just been too boring already. We got 30 seconds in.
We're a minute 54 in.
It's like me in history class in middle school.
Yes.
High school.
Sleep. I actually had a great night's sleep last night.
Really?
Yeah. So the head of my bed is against the wall, which I assume is very normal, and probably everyone in the world has that. I don't know of many people that just have their bed completely in the center of a room, but so the head of my bed is against the wall, and then both sides are free, and the mattress slips down a little bit every once in a while. There's no headboard, so the mattress slips down, and the pillows fall.
Yep.
In between, and then I don't fix it. I don't fix it for weeks.
Just leave it. I
leave it. I let it slide a little bit more for weeks. I don't know, Jason. I don't know. But so last night I was having an anxiety attack the entire day yesterday. Like for different reasons, but I had a full-blown anxiety attack the majority of the day. And then when I started to get over it at night, something else happened, and then boom, real bad one at from 8 to 8:30 to 10:30. And
Damn.
then so I went on Clubhouse actually, and I was talking to people about anxiety and how they deal with it, and I figured that was a good deal. And this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man, you should follow him on TikTok and Clubhouse and other things, named Kadara. And I believe that his larger name, or at least public name, is Kadara Celestial. He's an amazing man. I've talked to him many times. And he was like, Ben, do me a favor. Make 2 other people the moderator. Go walk around. Get off your phone, go walk around for 10 minutes, and then come back and talk to us. But just go walk around your house. Don't do anything. Just go walk around your house. And I did. And as I was walking around, I was like, I should fix that bed. Right? I was like, oh yeah, the bed has slid a couple inches. I should fix that. And then and then also in that conversation, we talked about cold showers and cold showers before bed, and waking up in the morning. And so I took and I've been doing this for a little while. I've been going into the shower and leaving a hot shower, taking a normal shower, and then ending it with a couple minutes of a cold shower.
Yeah.
And because I'm too afraid to go in cold, especially because my bathroom is in the basement and it's super cold anyway. So I don't want to die of hypothermia. And but it was amazing, and I slept like a champ. And I woke up and I was super relaxed and comfortable, and like everything was great today. So those two things helped: the cold shower and the putting my bed back to where it should be. It's this much. It's this much space, but it makes such a difference in the way that like the pillows line up and stuff. I don't know. I'm an insane person, Jason. What was the question? Megan asks, "What is sleep?"
What is sleep? That
don't
is
know.
the question. You just jumped over a bunch of things. Can we hit on some of that?
You can hit on anything
Mind?
that you want. I took another cold shower 15 minutes ago. So like
So yeah.
my like blood is to the surface and like I feel good.
So I was having this conversation this morning with somebody, and I've said it before in the podcast that comfort is our great inhibitor. There is a very strong belief out there now that's growing in popularity that you've been practicing. So I want to know the cold shower. People have talked about this. It's in some challenges. I've seen it posted on Facebook. I've also watched some great tutorials by people that have actually experienced cold plunges, where they do ice baths for durations or in groups so that you can stay in the water for a period of time. There's multitude of benefits as far as shocking our system, getting your regulatory systems, your immune system to respond to extreme temperature changes that are not harmful. So obviously we don't want to burn ourselves, but we can get very, very cold and then recover from that quickly. It's a cellular response thing. It triggers a lot of responses in your system that are really positive and beneficial. So you've mentioned that before. How is it going? Are you incrementally adding longer duration? Are you getting colder? Like, how's it going?
Yeah, I want to be very clear on this. I did it like maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something. I was hearing all of the stuff that you're hearing, and I was like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try some of these, right?
Yeah.
But before I even heard that, I've liked doing the I don't like the feeling of like when you take a hot shower and like you're and it's hot out. You
Yeah.
know, so like in the summers, like when you take a hot shower and then you're like kind of clammy
Yep.
because it was, so for a long time I've liked water is my favorite thing in the world, not to drink, um but like, I would be a fish if I could. I love swimming. I love water. Taking a cold shower when it's hot out, not a new thing for me.
Mhm.
Taking a lukewarm shower and ending with cold in the summer, not new for me. Taking just a cold shower if it's really hot and I don't even need to shower, but I want to cool off, not new for me. But in the middle of the winter, in a basement bathroom that doesn't have its own individual heat source, so it's super, super cold. Like you have to wear your slippers inside. Not in the shower, but like in the bathroom. Um, to jump into that, I couldn't do. So I am not the person to give full advice on this at all. The last week I tried it a couple times. I liked it. Uh, but then showers become a rushed thing, and then I'm like, well, I don't have time to, or it's slightly unpleasant at first. When you're used to a warm shower, it's unpleasant. So if it's not something that you're dedicated to doing or that you like understand the health benefits of, you're not going to do it. Why would you
Yeah.
do it? It's crazy. Why? Like, there's a 30 Rock quote that I love. That's Liz Lemon says that she likes cold pizza, and Jack's like, better than hot pizza? That's crazy. That's how I feel about this, right? Like, people that have been taking hot showers their entire life aren't going to choose a cold shower. Unless like they know how it'll make them feel in the long run or the health benefits or whatever. So, last week I enjoyed it. And then last night with several people in this conversation talking about it, I was like, you know what? I did feel better. It's the same thing that happened when I went vegan for a year. You know, I did it for a day. I did it for a week. I did it for, you know what I mean? Like incrementally in the years leading up to it, going like, I think that I feel better when I don't eat meat. I think that I feel better when I don't have cheese and milk. Those were my guideposts, right? Like I dipped my toe in and I liked it. And I liked how I felt, and that's the most important thing. I liked how I felt. It didn't matter what the trend was or what people like. I liked how I felt. And right now, I like how I feel. It is relaxing. It is comforting. It is, and it's not relaxing at the moment. It sucks at the moment. It sucks at the moment, especially. I don't know what's worse. I don't know. I think that jumping into a cold shower is worse, but like I finish cleaning and then I'm like, I take the dial and I'm like down a little bit and I wait for it and down a little bit and I get to the bottom and I'm like, okay, shit. And then I breathe through it and it's good and it's nice. And then it's the most refreshing thing. Yeah. Right. And I think that that's because of all of the things that you're saying, right? Like the blood rushes to the spots in your body where you're cold. Yeah. And that's everywhere. And then so all of this new blood is rushing through your veins and to the surface. And I'm not smart enough to know all of the health benefits or the language behind it, but I know that when you get out of the shower and you dry off and your body naturally warms itself, it feels like it does when you get out of a pool, and it's super refreshing. So I loved it last night. I loved it tonight, and I have enjoyed it every time I've tried it in the past. What I think that I should do is do it for a month and report back.
I love it because I'd love to spend a little bit more focused research on it too, so that we can talk about some more of those specifics, because there is a lot of research out there. There's a lot of people that are doing this. You can actually buy tubs that are specifically designed for like ice bath plunges, or you can just go to some local body of water near you and jump in the water. I've always enjoyed the penguin plunges for that reason. It's invigorating as all get out, but it's the same scenario that you said. Some of the best things in our lives are good for us, but not necessarily pleasant.
Right.
Right. Like, so that's the challenge in a lot of these things, is that, you want to get the benefits from our efforts, right? Whatever it is. And this is specifically relating to our fitness, but working out is hard. Getting up early to go to the gym is hard. Committing to eating smarter is hard. But the benefits far outweigh that minor discomfort. And I think that's the biggest challenge for a lot of people, that they initially think, they go, oh, that's going to be uncomfortable. That's cold water on me. I don't want that. Well, but that's okay. We have to stop being so afraid of a little bit of discomfort. You learn with discomfort. You grow with discomfort. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So one last little piece there, because you jumped on it and I want to touch on it, because we're talking about sleep here relating to that. Generally, we know what's going on in our lives that's kind of messing us up, right? We know what the inhibitors are. We know what the habits are. Like, you not getting good sleep because your bed was out of position, you knew that, right? Like, you could say, like, this makes me uncomfortable. I know what that is. But why do we wait so long to fix things that we know, right? Like, if somebody's not happy with their weight, not happy with their fitness, it's not complicated. You exercise, eat smarter. That's it. Move, eat smarter, right? In simplest terms. But French fries are delicious. The couch is comfortable.
Yes.
Right? So why are we so afraid to fix the things in our lives that can fix that, to work on those things, like to focus on those things. What do you think that is in our human nature?
The path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my glasses having junk on them gives me anxiety and ruins my days sometimes and like makes me disoriented. And I never clean my glasses. I don't do it.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't
Ben,
know.
clean your glasses.
I never sometimes like and I don't see him enough. But I live with the man. He's my best friend for, almost 20 years and I never see him and we never leave the house. But Dave will sometimes look at me and go, "Dude, go to the sink and wash your glasses off." What is like I know that you're freaking out right now. Go do it. You don't have to finish this conversation with me. Like go clean your glass. Give me your glasses. Sometimes he'll just be like, give me your glasses. Give me your glasses. And he'll go and like clean them for me and give them back to me. And he's like, better? And I'm like, oh, so much better.
Oh,
So much better. I don't know. I do not know. I can't like the self-sabotaging of all of us
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. And it's something that we do every single day. And I do it more than most people, I think,
No
or exactly the same as most people. But do you ever know? What do you think about this? I think that the things that we do to self-sabotage ourselves are not things that we don't know are happening, right?
Oh, for sure.
I think for the most part, we are fully conscious of it. We are fully conscious of like,
Behaviors, habits.
exactly. Like I had an anxiety attack a couple weeks ago because I had eaten stuff with too much sodium in it and my heart was racing a little bit and that set me off. And I'm like, I knew that this happens. I know when I get flushed, I get anxiety,
Yeah.
right? I know when I get gas, like when I have to burp, I have anxiety attacks because having to burp affects being able to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
That when you have so also anxiety will give you gas. So like I should never have a soda or a seltzer again because it gives me massive anxiety attacks. I have seltzer like 5 times a week. Why? Why do I do this to myself?
I think you're right. I think that's.
Do you like cold shower, Ben, or is he bringing way too much energy?
No, I love cold shower, Ben. Here's a message for you folks that while we're thinking about this and talking about it, it goes to show that it works, right? Like this is definitely more high energy than you are sometimes, that's for sure. And if it's connected to the good night of sleep and the cold shower, then those might not be two things to keep in your system, man. Keep those habits, dude.
Yeah.
So average sleep, let's go there. Stats say we're supposed to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep for most adults above the age of 16. A little bit less perhaps for people a little bit older. They're just not as active in their lifestyles. What do you think your average night's sleep is? I know mine's less than that.
5 to 7.
Right.
5 to 7.
Yeah.
There are times when it's ridiculously low. The night that we had the daylight saving time.
Yeah.
This past week, it was 3 hours. I went to sleep at 3, which was really 4.
Yeah.
And I got woken up at 6 or something. So like it was, maybe a little bit off, maybe 4 hours. There were maybe 4 hours in there. I'm not sure, but like it was bad. And I would say that it's probably I probably go to sleep around 1:30 and then
Oof,
wake up around 7:30 every day
man,
on a
late,
on
dude.
a on a late day.
Yeah, that's late.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my sleep is horrible.
So if we're listening, folks, or watching, whatever your viewing pleasure is here, that's an easy fix, right? Like if we're talking about low cost, if we're talking about low equipment, if we're talking about ways of fixing in your fitness overall, one of the easiest ways that you can start to make a drastic change in your system is to work on your sleep. It doesn't require any new equipment. It doesn't require the help of anybody, and it doesn't require any money. All it means is that you actually commit to yourself to going to bed earlier. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, don't work backwards from your sleep up time or wake up time, because your sleep schedule is based on when you have to get up for work usually, or when we have to get up and be productive, whatever that is in your life. But when you go to bed, you can change right now. And it's that same thing we were just saying about fix that. If you walk past something and you say that that picture is crooked, or that bed needs to be fixed, or I should fold that laundry, or that person needs a hug. Wait a couple of months till the vaccines go out there. But when you get those thoughts, don't walk past, stop, because that's your subconscious and your unconscious mind teaching you and talking to you. It's actually your higher self helping you and saying, hey, pay attention. So, first step, more sleep for most people, because the average in this country is 6 to 7 hours. And the average we're supposed to get is 7 to 9. Everybody's a little bit different. You know, some people can function on less sleep. Some people can function and need more sleep. That's okay. It's kind of like your hydration. You need to start tracking it and writing down real simple. Like, I got 6 hours of sleep, sad face. I got 7 hours of sleep, happy face. You know, just track simple.
Yeah.
We're not going to complicate it. Like, I feel okay, a little sleepy. I got enough rest. No, bullshit. Just happy face, sad face. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down. I feel good and rested when I woke up, or I don't feel good and rested when I woke up. Remember, sometimes that has to do with your circadian rhythms, how frequently you're waking up and how deep you're getting sleep. Because if you wake up in the middle of a deep sleep, you're going to feel shitty and sluggish. So you might have slept too long. You might have slept not enough, but it depends on when you wake up in your circadian rhythms. Your natural rhythm will get you 2 to 4 circadian rhythm dips so that you'll get 2 to 4 hours of deep sleep per night. That's the goal.
What are your thoughts on fixing things immediately when you notice something's a problem?
Do it. Why are you waiting?
I don't know.
It's like starting a fitness habit.
I mean, specifically, I was not talking about my glasses, but that's a good example from earlier. But like, that is, d- what do you, how do you believe this statement? How you do anything is how you do everything.
I love that statement.
Yeah.
I love that statement because your life is a result of the average of your efforts and experiences.
Right.
So that's the point.
I got a new debit card it was time to get a new debit card in the mail a month or two ago.
Okay.
And when you do that, you have to switch everything that you
Everything.
use to pay stuff.
This is such a pain in the ass.
So I did my best. There have been things that come up. There is something that this show has become, over the last year, Ben realizes he needed to do some stuff. Like the day that I went and got water, and took the thing with me and got water.
Yep.
There has been one, like, I think it's my Zoom account, and I need my Zoom account, like my paid Zoom account
Yeah.
to, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I host a lot of stuff on there.
Mhm.
And I like, I got an email this morning that said third attempt to process payment, update your payment info. Like, I have plenty of money. I
Yeah.
just At the moment that I get the email, I'm like, I'll do that later. I'm busy doing this stuff for a client. And then like I don't get back, and
Yeah.
so, but putting out a million fires as they come up each day can also, so like, what do you like?
Schedule it.
Okay.
Schedule it. I actually really like lists. I'm like you. I it's either a note that I'll write myself on my phone, Like I'll text myself, or I'll actually put it in my notes, or I'll physically pen and paper something that I'll say, I need to do that. Because how much, I mean, come on, how much data do we take in on a daily basis? How much stimulus? How many moments through the day? Yeah. How many moments through the day do you go, oh yeah, I'm going to do that? Or the next time I'm at the grocery store, I'll pick up paper towels. And how many times do you come back from the grocery store and you're like, shit, the only thing that I was going there for was paper towels. And I walked in and everything distracted me. So yeah, write it down. Do it as soon as you can, because you're more likely to get it done at the very least.
Yeah.
That's why when I sit down with people to talk about nutrition, or when I sit down with people for the first time when we do a fitness consultation, I tell them that 90% of what we're going to talk about, they have heard before or they already know. Because it's true. It's not that I'm reinventing the wheel. You're not listening to this podcast because I'm the first person who's ever told you to get a better night's sleep.
You might be.
Possibly. If I am, then keep listening. There's more information to come. But the truth is, though, that the information, we're in the information age. You can literally ask your house, Siri, how many hours of sleep should I get on average a night? You know, like your whatever device you have in your home will actually talk to you now.
Siri,
Activate Siri.
how many hours of sleep should I get a night? Siri, how many hours of sleep should I get a night?
She's sleeping.
Age 25 years, 7 hours or more. Okay. That was not helpful, Siri.
Quick side note, was watching Jimmy Kimmel the other day on YouTube, and apparently he said Siri and buy something like Pop-Tarts or paper towels on the show kind of accidentally.
Yes.
And it literally got so many people calling in and emailing him, telling him to not do that because their Siris automatically purchase stuff through Amazon, having listened to the TV say it. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
It's pretty amazing that technology is chasing us that far. But anyway, so yeah,
do we have a sleep challenge for the watchers and listeners?
Yes. One, track. First and foremost, you don't know what kind of sleep you're getting until you track it. There are plenty of apps that you can use on your phone, or you can literally just use what I said to you, which is kind of like a self-awareness thing. Like, note what time you went to sleep, like lay down and close my eyes at 9:30. And then I woke up at 6. That's what? 2.5 to plus 6 is 8.5 hours. If that's enough sleep, then and I wake up and I feel like crap, then put a sad face, put a thumbs down, track your sleep for a couple of days and see where you are. If you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, like I do, like twice at least, or if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're tossing and turning, notate that too. And then look at it. Look at it. You might be sleeping amazing. You might get plenty of sleep. Then move on, fix something else. But if you recognize that over a period of time, say 7 days, on average, you wake up feeling shitty and you think, I did not get enough sleep, and you are getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night, you need to fix that. That's it. You need to fix it. So then you go, okay, I need to fix that. So then I'm going to either sleep in longer, depending on my work schedule, or I'm going to go to bed earlier. It's literally the easiest thing you can do. When you sleep, the amount of sleep your body's supposed to get, you improve your immune function, you improve your mental health, you lower your risk for heart disease and diabetes and stroke, you lower your risk for obesity, you have a better chance of actually living longer than your parents did. You actually have a lower risk of blood pressure, hypertension, cholesterol, and it's literally one of the key ingredients that cost you absolutely nothing in the pieces of our fitness that we've talked about. You have to exercise. You got to move. You got to eat right. We know that. We got to drink enough water. But sleeping costs you nothing.
I love it.
Get your rest.
So walk us through this to end, because This is one of the first things that you and I ever did together.
Uh-oh.
You have no idea what this is, but this is one of the
No,
first
I
things
don't.
that you
Oh,
and I
folks,
ever
here we
did.
go.
And it's very similar to something that we've been talking about today. I'm not playing the music. Is that you?
No,
Okay.
this was a plunge,
Yeah.
right?
This
Was
is
the Narragansett.
this is like January?
Yeah, January, definitely. It was a New Year's plunge.
Yeah.
Narragansett Plunge. And this was actually one of the worst plunges that I've ever done because you can see how shallow it is. In order to fully submerge, you have to run almost 100 yards into that water to be able to get under the water.
That was you. All right. And we don't need to promote them. But you're that was so yeah. And that was you with the big leg leaps.
Yes, because I was trying to get out as far as I could. Because as you could see, like 90% of those people like ran out, got up to their knees, were like, "This is cold," and turned around and ran back.
Yeah.
A bunch of us ran out far enough to dive under the water because it's a plunge. That was a plunge for preemies. We were raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is one of the reasons that I like doing those plunges because there's always a charity connected to it. But it's also really good for you. Like it's not comfortable. It's rocks and stones are cold under your feet and you're freezing for a good minute maybe. But in the grand scheme of things, in the amount of time it takes to run out there, jump underwater, turn around and come back and then dry off, which is the key, dry off. You feel amazing.
Tony Robbins, I believe, has he has a hot tub, he has a pool and then a hot tub. And then next to both of those, he has what looks like a dunking booth in ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 40 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally just steps in and then is like submerged and hops out like every morning. Like that's the first thing he does in the morning is just goes and dives and not dives because it's literally like his exact height. It's
just
like
formidable.
It was made for him. It is his exact height and dimensions, and it's like an in-ground dunking booth is the best way to describe it.
I love
he
it.
Just steps off and goes into it, and then pops back up, and then I think maybe goes in the hot tub or something. But like,
I love it. Can you imagine how good he feels? Like everything turns on, like all of your nerves fire in a good way.
I mean, honestly, that's why that's probably why that dude has so much energy and acts like a crazy person like I have today.
Can you imagine how big that dunk tank needs to be for Tony Robbins? He's a massive man.
Yeah, he was like 9.5 feet tall. That's fine. I would need a big dunk tank too. The other way.
Just a pool. You just need a pool. Just jump in a pool.
I still would go into the pool when my parents had like one of those like DIY pools.
Yeah.
I would still go into the pool in like September, October. Like that thing wasn't heated at all. No. It was like an inflatable, not an inflatable pool, but it was like a put up yourself pool from Walmart or Job Lot or something. And like I would still go in the pool like till October when it was, way, way, way too cold. But I just wanted to be in the pool, and it would like, I don't think that there's anything better than that. That's my goal for 2022. 2022, I want to live somewhere with a pool. I
like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love where I am.
Yes.
So there's that. So maybe I'll just, get like a second. I don't know. I just want a pool. I just want a pool. That's all I want in life.
Yeah.
We
can build it.
Yeah. I just want a pool. So that's, there it is. All right. So I'm taking cold showers for a month and I'll report back.
Yes.
And we are going to track our sleep all week. Both of us.
Yep.
Both of us are going to track our sleep. You're going to send it to me. I'm going to make 2 graphics for next week. Hold me to that.
Deal.
Hold me to it.
I can do that.
What are you saying? And the clam chowder after is good. Becky is a polar plunger. Megan says 10 hours of sleep, but uninterrupted, usually about 7, but I personally need 8 or I'm horrible the next day. I used to get up to pee in the middle of the night all the time, and I knock on wood, I have not done it
Really?
in like a year, and I'm so thankful for that. And I don't.
Mm,
Maybe it's because I like stopped drinking like a giant thing of water or soda at night at like 11 o'clock at night. So that probably is it. But you know, uninterrupted sleep is gorgeous, and I know that I'm
huge.
getting older, so I should appreciate that now.
Yes. Quick note on that. We do want to be drinking enough water that we may actually wake up, but I like
Yes.
your point that if you stop drinking water, maybe an hour or two before you go to bed, you are more likely to not be woken up. But if you aren't drinking enough water, you will not be peeing frequently enough. It's a good barometer. Remember that whole water thing, and we'll talk about this in the future, but pay attention to how frequently you go to the bathroom. You should be doing that frequently, folks. I hate hearing from people, oh, if I drink more water, I'm going to have to pee more. That means that your system is operating at full capacity and is doing what it's supposed to. I'm sorry for
Absolutely.
the inconvenience, folks, but it means it's doing what it's supposed to.
I do chug a glass of water before bed,
All right.
but like I'm not drinking like 2 to 3 bottles
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
last hour before bed, which
Which is huge.
yeah.
Huge.
Jay, when's your birthday? Not just month. You don't have to give the day.
August.
What's your
And
zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo Virgo.
Ooh, Leo Virgo. Okay. Someone just texted me and it popped up in front of your face. Some like horoscope stuff, and mine was dead on. So I have a Virgo. If you want me to read it and tell you if
Yeah, go ahead.
all
Go
right,
ahead.
let's just do this. This person, like, I don't know. All right, Virgo always knows when they hear a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true. I can fix him mentality. You definitely have that as a trainer. Uh, leaves you on red as a form of self-care. Do you not answer people's texts like as a form of self-care?
For sure. For
Uh,
sure.
are you
Unless
too
it's an emergency, there's a definite priority listing in your texts, right?
are you Yes, absolutely. Are you too hard on yourself for no reason?
Oh yeah.
Do you always have something on your mind?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I can definitely compartmentalize.
Has a secret wild side. It's not even a secret. You just have a wild side for sure. Music is 90% of their personality. I agree with that. Jay loves music.
Definitely.
Disrespect me and see what happens energy.
Don't fuck with the quiet ones, folks.
All right. Ready? Here's mine. These are just, by the way, I didn't find these. Somebody just texted me these and they popped up on my screen.
Right.
For me,
Sounds appropriate for you.
asks for advice and then does the opposite. Gives the best silent treatment. Yes. Hides their emotions like a pro. I don't maybe. Says yes to everything.
Yep.
Can't make a decision to save their life. I don't know about that.
No, that's not true. You can.
Think about that. I'll think about that.
I can decide later.
Is either always late or too early. Yes.
Yeah.
Always overdressed for the function. No, I've been wearing like literally. I doesn't trust easily. I trust way too easily.
Yeah.
So all right, overdressed for the function. I don't know. I like to be comfortable.
For sure.
Comfortable, but I also I do like to get dressed up.
Number one rule in fashion for me is comfort.
Is comfort.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love that this show has a loose topic and then we talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Well, it's just like horoscopes, man. Take everything with a grain of salt, folks. These are our opinions and thoughts and some information and facts that we've shared, but also things that you have to correlate to your life. That the whole point of this and the whole point of what I do as a trainer is to help you find the balance between the good information that's out there to help you and what you can apply to your real life. That's why you and I have such great conversations, Ben, because we can be honest with each other, but we can also not take anything too seriously, right?
Speaking of not taking things too seriously, do you ever trim your facial hair, and then you realize that there's one of like one big piece. Like this is look
That
at
is
the
a
rest,
long hair.
like a 5 o'clock shadow
That
or
is a
like a
one
2 o'clock
long
shadow, and then there's just one
one.
that it's like a group. It's like 5 or 6. I gotta go. I gotta run into the bathroom and take care of it.
I'm going to manage this. All right,
Yes.
folks. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for tuning in, listening, watching, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Do the best you can. You got nothing else to lose. This is Jason from Thrive Training. You have any questions related to your health and fitness or anything otherwise, just shoot me a message. Jump on thrivetrainingteam.com and reach out. I'm here to help. Have a great day, folks. Talk to you soon.
For more information, tips, and workouts of the day, check out thrivetrainingteam.com.